Introducing classes. Python has a lot of different data types and a lot of great ways to store them too. We'll introduce classes and show how this can organize your code and make your programming experience more convenient. First, let's talk about Object-Oriented Programming, or OOP. This approach uses objects and classes. It's convenient because OOP has the advantage of reusability, something we'll talk about when we get to classes. Hold on, what's a class again? Classes are what we call blueprints or templates for creating instances and objects. They help us organize our data and functions. That way, classes could be reused or modified if necessary. Let's try to define a class. Let's call it New Class. Since we're defining a basic class without any information, we'd probably want to leave it empty for now. However, if you don't write anything under a class, it would result in an indentation error. That's why we need to write a pass keyword under our new class in the meantime. If the class is the blueprint, the object is the actual thing based on the class, and the instance is the soft or the digital copy of the object. An instance is created when the class receives an argument. Because we added parentheses to the name of our class, we have created an object. Classes usually have class variables too, which are constant all throughout the instances. You can define your class variable right after defining the class. Don't forget to indent. You can also access all the object's class variables by using the instance.variable syntax. Consider our new class, Pets. Our class variable here is looks, which has the value of adorable. Our instance is hamster. We can print this by using hamster.looks. Even if we define another pet like a crocodile, adorable would still be printed on the console because class variables are constant. A variable stored in an instance or a class is what we'd call an attribute. Methods, on the other hand, are functions stored in an instance or a class. The first argument in a method is always the object that is calling the method. Usually, this argument is named self. The only difference between the functions we've been using and methods is that methods need an indent since they are part of the class and cannot stand alone like regular functions can. All right, let's see everything that we've learned so far in action. So for example, you attended a huge party and you met a lot of cool people. Now you want to save everyone's contact details so you can get in touch with them later on. Let's name our class Guest and type Pass for now. Like we said before, a class is a simple template that you can reuse when you start creating instances. This means that all those amazing people you met at the party will be instances of class Guest. So in our class, we will be using instance variables. Instance variables are different from our class variables earlier since they are specific to the objects they are attached to. Let's write down our variables for the first person you met at the party. Her name is Eve de la Cruz. Both of you have been obsessed with anime lately. Let's write down all her attributes using the instance variable g_1. Then, let's print her interest. Next, you met Adam Perez and found out you're both into Russian literature. You didn't get to talk much, but he gave you his phone number. Let's write down his attributes too, and then let's print his phone number. Since each guest is unique, each instance variable will contain data that is very much unique to the instance. And there you have it! We have created a basic class. In this video, we learned object-oriented programming, classes, instances, class and instance variables, and attributes and methods